Well, good morning and welcome, members. Kerry Smith's my name, Chief Executive of the Ray White Group, bringing you the November results. And as we all know, they were extraordinary right across the market for Ray White. The personal best achievements throughout the company and the individual achievements for us. Just looking now at the actual numbers, NPS, of course, 38%. That's a little bit higher than last month. Just want to congratulate everyone for sending out the surveys and certainly encouraging people to bring them back. Well, 2,156 sales, 73% ahead of the same time last year. These are extraordinary numbers, both for the group and for the industry. This resulted in $1.86 billion worth of sales, a staggering 94.8% ahead of the same time last year. And this is at a time, November, of course, when the sales numbers are extraordinarily high as it is. The property management, of course, just over 19,000 properties, completing the Landlord Academy event this month. Zach Stelling with over 3,000 to 4,000 registered viewers. Just having a look now at the listing numbers, they were up, but of course not as much, 13.8%, 2279 were the numbers there. And the marketing, just down 2%. Again, the continuation of the digitising of our marketing has flattened out many of our proposals. All right, just having a look at the top 5 offices, all of these offices, extraordinary numbers. Ray White Remuera close to $150 million worth of sales for their 5th personal best in a row. Ray White Ponsonby, terrific results there for the team at Ray White Ponsonby. Extraordinary numbers of auctions that they're submitting to the market. Adam and the team at Ray White Manukau, over 100 sales. Somewhat in that market is just capacity grown. And to the team at Ray White Epsom, again, another extraordinary month for you on the amount of marketing that you are doing. And Ray White Mount Eden, congratulations for your first top 5 top position for Jared Cooksley and his team. Well, of course, the personal best here for the company. Just having a look at these numbers now coming through, and the achievements. Northland 53% up as a zone. Auckland 113% up. So this is in comparison to the same time last year. The Central North Island 83% up and a personal best. The lower North Island was up around 40%, but have achieved slightly better in the months before. Upper South Island 68% increase on the same time last year. The Canterbury zone 42% higher, and Lower South 79% higher. And Ray White New Zealand in a collective achieved a 92% higher result at a personal best of $1.86 billion. Looking at the personal best for the individual offices, we start up in Northland with Doubtless Bay and Tutakaka. Whangarei, a terrific result there for the team at Whangarei. Coming through now into the Auckland zone, Ray White Epsom. And the team at Green Bay, fantastic out there in West Auckland. The team from Hobsonville. The team at Karaka out in South Auckland and Mungari Bridge. Great results and market share there in Mungari Bridge. The team from Mission Bay. Congratulations. Great team effort, Mount Eden, together with Oraki and Pakuranga. Ponsonby, of course, Ray White Remuera. Royal Oak. And the team from Ray White Sandringham, a personal best as well. Out west with Swanson, congratulations. Back out south with Ray White Takanini. And to the team at Wynyard Quarter, a fantastic result in the central Auckland city. Ray White Papamoa in the Bay of Plenty. Tamaranui, together with Wakatani. Great results for some of these regional businesses. Ray White Whangamata. Great set of auctions. Ray White Johnsonville in the lower north Wellington region. Parapara Umu on the Kapiti Coast. Upper Hutt. The team from Richmond, $26 million there, Mark and your team. Ray White New Brighton in Canterbury, together with Timaru. And in the lower south, Ray White in Invercargill. Well, these are very special events for these particular and individual offices. And we do say when the market is at its highest, that is the time when you want personal best performances. Well, Network Movements, welcome to our new team at Ray White Gisborne and the property management team. What a great team this team is, and thank you for your trust and confidence. Ray White Te Ao Mutu. Renewal there after 20 years, Greg and his team. Thank you, Daniel, for producing Ray White Now in the last couple of weeks together with Trina Drennan. It's now up to number 29 30 this week. It's a great tool for us listing, for our reputation and a number of other areas. Congratulations to our Chairman Elite members. These are our business owners at the forefront of their businesses. Neil Baker together with Bob Mountford, Gal Buchanan and the West Auckland team of Craig Smith and Lynn Day for Ray White Titirangi. Well, the elite business leaders, Ray White Mission Bay, Wayne Maguire, Eleanor McDonald and Mark Rumsey, the team from Rotorua, together with the team from Whangarei, all the partnership there. Wanaka, congratulations. You're all now full business leaders. And Ray White Takanini to the team there. Congratulations on a wonderful year and achieving your status. Individual Chairman Elite recognition to Rowan Thompson from Ray White Royal Oak, John Q from Ray White Remuera, and Steve Kerber from Ray White Remuera. Congratulations, this is the highest level that you've achieved after 5 months. Extraordinary capacity to continue to grow your businesses. Benjamin O'Neill from Ray White Ellerslie, Martin Honey from One Tree Hill, Sandra Bullock from Papakura, Kathy Mai from Ray White Takanini, Kevin Marginson from Ray White Half Moon Bay, together with Tim Hawes and Mark Keesum, Gary Singh Takanini, Justin Hartley in Canterbury region of Pegasus, Liang Dai from Flatbush and Mike Robson. Welcome to those team members who have joined us in the Ray White Elite recognition status for the following year. New this month, of course, a complete list of members that have achieved their elite recognition status. Individually, my congratulations to you. Extraordinary numbers right throughout the company and enjoying the capacity lift, each of you individually. Well, property listings, I want to take some time to go through this area. There's a misconception around supply and demand, but the misconception is based on demand. Listings in Auckland, an extraordinary 45.9% up. Nelson Bay's lagging a little bit there on the arrow. Central Otago continue to rise. The numbers in Gisborne. Wellington, a good rise there of 10% up to 900 listings. And Canterbury, just a small rise. Overall, during the month, there was a 14.5% rise. This could have been closed off mostly in Auckland. But please remember that there are listings out there. The housing stock, though, is a completely different graph. And we have dealt with this for a longer period of time. But you cannot get continued record sales without having record number of listings and without having record number of sales. Inventory rates are dropping, but this is less than last month where it was 18.9%, it's now 16.9%. But we are dealing with a very, very fast market. Just now having a look at a couple of the extra boards, the inventories and the levels there in Auckland, 11 weeks, a number of the other areas down towards 6 weeks. But I do want to take time now to have a look at the listing and supply demand. Having a look at the live listings, 2,242. The same time last month, this month, 2,500, a significant increase of around 14%. Where the increase in demand is continuing to happen is the sales side, 1,500 at the end of last month, a staggering increase to 2,028, which week on week is a 25% increase, hence the 94% lift overall. But what does this mean? As we go into a period of time where different reactions and responses by individuals listing their property, how does it actually look? Live sales data here you can see has lifted, and it continues to lift well above the previous 2 years, showing a significant gap. I just want to go back now and have a look at the live listing data. Similar, but you can see on the right-hand axis the drop away between December and January. Does that need to occur? It's in our hands as we go out to individuals and we talk about listing their property. This is in our hands. The live sales data is well above last year. Will this capacity continue to go? Let's have a look at the live auction data. It is significant, well above 1,000, the first time it's been above that level, and 80% more auctions are being submitted to the market than the same time last year. Listing prices are irrelevant. Sale prices are very relevant. We can continue to auction right through the month of December and January. We do not need to stop. We can be digitally marketing. There are initiatives that are coming out on Boxing Day in various areas. There is no reason to stop the run unless we actually stop it. The Real Estate Awards of Excellence, congratulations to Megan Jaffe, who took out a Quinella as the Business Leader of the Year right across the industry in the large office. So this means that Ray White Remuera is the biggest selling office throughout New Zealand, the number one business in New Zealand. And add to that Megan's leadership, extraordinary. To Richard Throw from Ray White Epsom, who achieved the Young Salesperson and Fast Start Salesperson right across the industry. Well, Property Management Update, congratulations, Zach, for all your work that you did with the Landlord Academy. There's still more to come. Of course, it's going to be rolled out live on the screens for people and landlords to have a look at. Over 3,500 registrations. These are some of the trainings coming up. The last one is the 11th of December, this Friday. The Ray of Giving is underway. Thank you for all those businesses who have signed up collectively. It is a time to think about others. The assets and the sign up is available on Whiteboard for you. Please put this slide together for me as we just have a look at a couple of the digital takeouts. Ray White is the most viewed agency on Trade Me Property, and we've increased that in 2020 to 22%. While our competition has dropped back, this is particularly important as we come up to a digitalised time over the Christmas period. There is heavy usage online. For those with Trade Me, OneRoof, together with realestate.co. Marketing your assets on there at a premium status is very important. The summer promotion for Property Press continues. Thank you for your support. Property Press, a 3 for 2, all the weekly publications. OneRoof update, well, it's going terrific for the team at OneRoof. Over 190,000 app downloads. And this is lifting the volumes, of course, of all of their media assets and online assets. Saturday readership is up, together with Wednesday and Sunday. So if you're thinking about that marketing mix, certainly the NZME stable of assets are available to you. Well, importantly, our media strategy continues. Just remembering that we are the voice of the industry, that we took control of this during COVID and said that we know what's happening with Pulse. We know what's happening with Ray White Now. Over 4.5 million people read an article with Ray White in it, and our media share of voice, thanks to Grant and the media team, was 56%. Of all articles that appeared in New Zealand, please keep going with us on our media strategy. It is important that we are the voice of the industry. Well, these are the number of media stories here. Terrific nights around our auctions. Some great sales right across New Zealand. Great sale there in Herne Bay for over $8 million. Some real great numbers. Well done to the Canterbury zone. You had Ray White's biggest open home, and a great win. There's Billy Kerrist come down from Golden Bay. Great to see Ray White displayed right across there. The community, of course, Whangarei and Tutakaka. The Loop Challenge again for 2020. Papamoa and Mount Maunganui helped their charity auction. Well done, Greg. Great leadership there. Whangamata on the back of their golf tournament. Ray White Howick. Well, this is this terrific work. There's Carolyn together with Wayne Howard in their first real big event, 15,000. Well done, Wayne Maguire. You're very brave and spirited. Up the Sky Tower again. And Ben Atwell, auctioneering for the Wellington Supper Club. Thanks, Ben, for all you're doing. You've got great engagement with Ronald McDonald House Morrison Co., the Kaiapoi Christmas Carnival, Regan, Golding again, great community support. Glenn, $3,000 there for the Christmas annual event. Chemmy Brothers, well, the good bugger competition, that suits them terrifically. Forest Hill, there's Winnie and the team, Morangi Bay Bowls Club. The quiz event, of course, for Ray White at Te Anau. And of course, the roast event, host a roast event there. Talking to Tanya, they're very proud of the work that they've done. And Chip McCabe, well done. Chemmy Brothers team, he's at the local golf tournament. Well, thank you on behalf of Ray White New Zealand. I'm just about to introduce Amanda Saville, who's joined us for the loan market CEO role. Of course, after Brian Greer, a great tenure, and the loan market, of course, has grown significantly during that time. Can you tell us a little bit about the loan market and where it's up to?
Yeah, sure. So we've got over 150 advisors throughout the country. Obviously, things are incredibly busy right at the moment. We're seeing record levels of inquiry and record settlements. So things are going really, really well, and I'm really looking forward to taking on the role.
There's a lot happening in the bank space. We've just talked about the amount of transactions within Ray White, but that's the same with the loan market. The banks are restructuring. I might let you just take us through a couple of the things that are happening, but there is a lot happening in all of the structures.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
So we saw settlements of over 420 million in November, but there is record inquiry, as I was saying. So as banks continue to reduce their footprint and close branches, we're seeing more and more inquiry come through our loan market mortgage advisors. And because of that, the banks are actually struggling with some of that volume. So we really need you to direct your clients to a loan market advisor as soon as possible so banks can have time to process those applications. Positive news though, we are seeing debt servicing test rates ease. The lowest in the market's now 4.75%, so that's increasing borrowing power. And interest rates are tipped to reduce further in the first quarter of 2021. So we might be seeing interest rates in those high 1%.
And just reading a little bit on the interest rates, Amanda, there's been some talk on some of the economists now saying that there might be a shift in 2022 for interest rates to start to go up. That's a change of language. Why is that occurring? Is that just a case that we've been at the low rate for a long time?
Oh, I think that, the economy's in much better shape than what the economists were expecting. So I think that might be something to do with it, and also the pressure that is putting on the housing market. But I think seeing those debt servicing levels reduce, I think that means the banks are pretty confident that we're going to have lower interest rates for some time.
So it's good news for loan market. We're ready to go with our brokers to intercept these changes that the banks are having. Customers need to get their people straight through to the loan market.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the
good.
sooner the better.
All right, thanks Amanda. That's really great to have
Thank
you
you
on board. Okay, so I just want to have a look now and take some time to have a look at the quarterly sales volumes for New Zealand. This is an important graph here for us. I've got two graphs and I'll just go back to this one. This is the quarterly sales. There's a misconception that sales numbers have really surged. That's a misconception based on, if you were to look at the annual sales numbers, they have not really changed that much. Can you see the drop in this particular graph in the month of March and the month of April? That was picked up somewhat in the last 3 months, and it's only the last month that has made those numbers surge. These activities by the economists, just talking to Amanda about all the interest rate predictions, it was the same with the property predictions. They're not really too sure because this is a very agile environment. Both for Ray White and loan market, there are changes that are constant, and they're not only micro changes, they are macro changes. And various aspects of our business are making decisions, but the face-to-face quality that we can give from Ray White and loan market is much greater and personal than many of the structured corporates can give. These are the sales numbers, but let's have a look now at the sales volume. This is the one that is of most interest and has been talked about through the majority of circles. The lift on a quarterly basis has been extraordinary. Predicting sales prices is probably a game that we should not be playing. No one predicted these type of lifts, and I don't think anyone is going to bravely predict where we're going to go. Ray White Now is our response. Our media strategy is our response. The continuance of our business through the period of December and January is our decision. The market will not stop. If anything, the market will get more inquisitive with time on our hands. We should make ourselves available. These are one of the most extraordinary markets that we are ever going to see in our careers. And we can make no doubt that while the highs are at the high, we are unsure how high this might go. But for us to be available is a key commentary towards where we're going to go. So we sign off 2020 in an extraordinary position, one where we've learnt a lot of things this year. We've learned a lot of things about ourselves, about our business, our family, real estate transactions, capacity. And many will say 2020 was a learned year as we go into 2021. But it's a year of relevance for both the group and individuals. Questions being asked that were difficult to answer. Predictions being made that were not satisfactory at the time. Documents produced like Ray White Now, Pulse, our media strategy that connected today's message. Where we know is right in front of us now. If you wish to continue to market and operate during the December and January period, we'll be there with you and supporting you. Our message to your clients will be we'll be going deep into December and starting early in January. But in saying that, there will be a time for your families over the Christmas period. Thank you for everything you've done in 2020, the support that you've given us, to our corporate team who had an extraordinary year, and to all our business leaders, our sales teams, property managers, our administrators, and our other stakeholders. Thank you, and I enjoy presenting this to you and wish your families and yourself a wonderful Christmas and New Year period. Kerry Smith signing off for 2020 December.